Hey, Graham, just a quick question for you. It's probably another power supply thing, but I can hear a very high-pitched, faint hum coming from the mono bander here when it's on. You think that's the power supply feeding back, or?
Oh, it could be a dozen things, Brian. Could be a dozen things. Don't know exactly what. And is that writing on your shirt the correct way or backwards?
It's probably backwards. It probably flipped everything.
Kind of looks that way.
Yeah, I don't think I can. The only thing I can do, I think, is just change. Only thing I can do, I think, is just flip the camera. I don't think it's giving me an option to do that. Not sure if I can help that. But it's a ham radio thing. And you wouldn't understand, apparently. But no, you would understand. Well, anyhow, thanks everybody for tuning in here. This is VA3 BVH, your net control station for this evening's Sun Parlour Amateur Radio Club Tuesday night FM net here on 2 meters. We're live again on Facebook, and yeah, glad that everyone could join us both online and, of course, over the air. Tonight, before I get to the trivia, take a pause for any emergency or priority traffic, please call VA3 BVH. Yeah, Mary, just so you know, I'll mark you down here, just so that you're checked in here. Nothing heard for emergency or priority. Take a standby here to cycle everything up, and we'll get right on. Alrighty, well, here's tonight's trivia. So tonight, we're looking for the answer to this question. There's two people out there, that are responsible for inventing the walkie-talkie, or the HT, or the handheld, or the portable radio, however you want to call it. And I'm looking for those two names. One of those names is acceptable. Bonus points if you can tell me where they're from. What country are they from? So tonight, I'll start it off with Mary is QRU. Thanks for checking in, Mary. And alrighty, let's kick it off here. I'm looking for anybody on Leamington repeater that wants to check in. Please call VA3 BVH with the net. Go ahead.
VA3 VDF. Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Golf Whiskey.
Roger that. I've got Mark and Graham. Anybody else for the net, please call on the Leamington machine only, Leamington repeater. VA3 BVH, go ahead.
UC1.
Roger Dodger. Mike, we got you in here. Anybody else before I go back to the top? VA3 BVH. Alrighty, let's start it from the top with Mark, VE3 VDF. Mark, welcome to the net, sir, and glad to have you aboard. Looking for your answer tonight to the trivia. Looking for two names, but if you know one of them, we'll take that. Who is responsible, one of these two guys, both of them have had the claims that they've invented it or, well, procured it, so to speak, and got it going. Mark, do you know any of these two fellas who actually invented the portable handheld radio? Mark, take it away. VE3 VDF, VA3 BVH, go ahead.
VA3 BVH net controller from VE3 VDF returning. Good evening, Brian, all on net there. That's pretty good. Your answer to the trivia. I probably could give you a make, a company or mate that put them together. I'm not sure who the people were so involved, so probably Motorola, probably, maybe General Electric, so if we're talking about HTs, made quite a few years ago. I would think something similar to that. So I don't really have too much else there, Brian. I think that would be my answer. So not much of an answer, but better than nothing. So anyway, back to that. VA3 BVH and that controller, VE3 BDF.
Roger that, Mark. We'll pen you in. And thank you once again for checking in. Okay, let's creep down the list here to Graham, VE3WGW. Graham, welcome back to the net, sir. And we're looking for one of those two guys, if you know them. Graham, take it away. VA3 BVH, go ahead.
VA3 BVH and the net, VE3WGW, and it's coming in good through Windsor tonight also. Well, I did a little bit of looking and research, and I found that Frederick William Downey, an Australian policeman, introduced sets to patrol cars in 1923. But in 1937, a guy by the name of Donald Lewis Hings, who worked for Cominco, the Consolidated Mining and Smelting Company of Canada Limited. He developed a radio system in BC to allow people in the air, pilots and that sort of stuff, and communications back to the home base. So, yeah, I would say Hings was. I would say Hings was one of them, and probably, or Downey from Australia. Hings is originally from Leicester, England, and he migrated to Canada when he was 3 years old. And in 1925, he moved to New Westminster in BC. So, yeah, that was it. And then Galvin Manufacturing Company invented the first device to earn the walkie-talkie label, their SR300. It doesn't say what year that was. But anyway, Yeah, there's a long history. It's very interesting, that's for sure. Back to you, Brian. VA3BVH in the net. VE3WGW has said enough for now.
Roger that, Graham. Thanks for checking in, as always. And, yeah, thanks for keeping the net alive with me here. When I was researching this, a lot of different things popped up. So I might have a partial incorrect answer. Who knows? But as far as I could see, the two main names that were mentioned, I have here on the paper. But I guess we'll have to see if anybody else knows anything. So it's a pretty gray area topic. Lots of hands were in the pot for this in particular. So, but yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for checking in, Graham. Over to Mike. Mike, I don't know where you are tonight. VE3UCY. Probably on the road or maybe at home. Who knows? Welcome to the net there, sir. Do you know either of the two gentlemen responsible for giving birth to the handy-talkie as we know it today? Mike, take it away, VA3BVH. Go ahead.
Good evening, Brian. Everyone on frequency, V3UCY on frequency tonight. Brian, I was going to throw the Galvin Corporation out there. My buddy there, Graham, stole that from me. Most people don't know that the term galvanized at a company comes from the term from the Motorola company. So if you're galvanized somewhere, that was a term that they used at Motorola because you worked there for life. So I'd say the Galvin Corporation, i.e. Motorola, Schaumburg, Illinois. So we'll take a guess at that, and with that, I'll give it back to you, Brian.
Roger that. Thanks for swinging on by. I think I don't know if anyone's mentioned to you yet, Mike, I held off on an email, but Mark and the guys are saying that they think that the transmission line that got knocked out in Leamington took our internet link as well here locally with IRLP and Echolink. So not sure if you knew about that, but we can't access the system. So I'm sure you're either already aware or in the process of working on it.
Was not aware of that, and yeah, the complex, when it loses power, it's dead to nothing there. The UPS that's there probably wouldn't have lasted that long, so I'll check that out. It probably just needs to get rebooted because the power was off for too long. Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Oh, okay, Roger. I thought maybe somebody would have spoken up, but cool. All right, probably just needs a reboot or something, but you're used to doing that anyhow, so. But yeah, thanks for looking into that when you can. Alrighty. Now that we've passed UCY, anybody else in Leamington before I move on to Windsor? VA3BVH, go ahead.
VE3TPD.
George, got you in there loud and clear. VE3TPD. George, tonight's trivia, looking for the two people responsible for inventing the walkie-talkie or the handheld radio as we know it today. Any guesses on that one there, George? VE3TPD, VA3BVH.
VA3BVH and the gang from VE3TPD. Really reluctant to say one way or another. There's been some interesting things thrown out there, and like it was said before, there's a great number of people that were involved in that particular project over the years. Anyway, not much going on here. Got one of my 220 antennas up there yesterday, and trying to get that into operation. And not much else going on around here. I've been busy with other things and really haven't had as much time on the air as I'd really like. With that being said, I'll turn it back over to you guys, VA3BVH net control from VE3TPD.
Yeah, roger that, George. Thanks for swinging on by and throwing your 2 cents in the hat here. That's good. 220 work. A lot of people are getting back into it. It's been off for a long time, I've been told. And it's good that we're getting a presence of stuff back into the area for 1.25 meters. So, yeah, thanks, George, for checking in. And I've got just an online Facebook check-in through Chatham. Dave, VE3 LFH, is checking in. And we thank him for joining us tonight over the Facebook chat. Anybody else? We're actually going to open her up to Windsor now. VA3 BVH with the Tuesday night edition of the Sun Parlour Amateur Radio Club net here on 2 meters FM. Windsor, looking for you right now. VA3 BVH, go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Golf, Quebec Golf, the good quality Grizzly, Glen and Windsor, good evening.
Delta 8, Sierra, Romeo, Quebec, Tony, across the pond in East Point, Michigan.
This is Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf, November, Tim in Windsor.
VA3 DPY, David Windsor, in and out.
Alrighty, well, that's quite the crowd. Got a few in there. Glenn, Tony, Tim, and Dave. Dave is QRU. Thanks for checking in, Dave. Over to the good quality Grizzly. Haven't heard you in a while. Welcome back to the net there, Glenn. VA3 BVH in the Sun Parlour. Tonight, the topic of choice. The two people. We can take one or two answers. We're looking for the answer to this one. Which two people are responsible for inventing the walkie-talkie, or the handy-talkie, or the handheld, or the portable rig, or however you want to call it? Looking for two names. Go ahead there, Glenn. Over to you, VA3 BVH.
Good evening, Brian, and thanks for picking up the net. Doing a fine job, sir. In order to answer that question, I would have to know a lot more than I do, but if I had to put a stab and guess into it, I'm going to say the Tandy Corporation, because that's as far back as I remember my walkie-talkies going. Lots of stuff going on out there in ham radio land. Was at the BCRC yesterday and got to catch V3ES Bill and his 220 presentation. Oh my God, was that ever fantastic. We got some stuff going on coming up. We've got the Lambs Cruise Amateur Radio Club's 47th annual Swap and Shop. That's coming up on Sunday, December the 1st over at Madison Place, also known as the United Food and Commercial Worker Hall on 876 Horse Pond Drive. That's 8 a.m. to noon, and they're raffling off a Yaesu FT 450D for $10 a ticket. I hear Spark has got a luncheon coming up. I don't have all the details on that one, but I know it's at the Car Barn, and I'm looking forward to that. It's on my agenda. And I believe Winter Field Day is coming up as well, but we'll save that for another time because it's still a ways off. And with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control from VE3 the Good Quality Grizzly. Pick it up, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks for checking in there, Glenn. And yeah, there's always lots going on in our community. Always fun to be had and new gear to check out. But yeah, thanks for checking in. It's been a while since we've heard you on this one, and always happy to have you. Glenn, thank you. Let's see. Across the pond, Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Romeo Quebec. Mr. Tony in East Point. Tony, looking for your answer to that trivia tonight. Do you know either party that was responsible in creating or giving birth to the walkie-talkie, the handheld radio? Tony, welcome back to the net. KD8 SRQ VA3 BVH, go ahead.
This is Kilo Delta 80 Romeo, Quebec. Thank you there, Mr. Brian, and everyone who's going on, it's going around and then whoever. Yep. To answer the trivia question, I am clueless in East Point. And as you know, this Thursday over on this side of the pond is our Thanksgiving. We'll be celebrating with my immediate family, my sons and daughter-in-laws, and my little my little granddaughter. With Chinese food on Thursday, and then we'll be going over to my son and daughter-in-law's house on Saturday to celebrate with my wife's family with a full-blown turkey spread. There you go. So with that, I wish everyone good health. 73. I know you got a lot more names to go through, so I'll let you go. 83 BVH, this is Kilo Delta 80 Romeo, Quebec.
Roger that, Tony. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, to our American friends, Thanksgiving is a month after us, so happy Thanksgiving on that side of the border, and hope you have lots of fun with the family. And of course, thanks for checking into the net as always. E3 TGN out in Forest Glade, Windsor. Tim, welcome to the net. Do you know either of the guys that are responsible for creating the walkie-talkie? Tim, welcome back. VA3 BVH, go ahead.
So, well, I got an old HT there. I was thinking Henry Radio there, a company called Henry Radio, but I don't think it is myself. And Motorola might have had a lot to do with it too, but I got an old one that you had to program it by pushing the buttons and moving the dial to offset and the minus and plus and that. But it's in the head. It was a whole HC I picked up down in Dayton. So I don't know, maybe the Henry Company, I wouldn't know the person's name or what. They're Brian, and that's the best I can do there. I'm back to you there. Have a good night, and you're a little bit low in audio there too, Brian. If you bring your mod up a little bit, there's a lot of white noise on your signal there. It's not as clear as the wind is there. So back to you. Have a good night. 73 to Wall. V3 TCN, back in net control.
Yeah, roger that, Tim. Could just be the link. VA3 BVH. Let's see. Alrighty. Thanks, Tim, for checking in. Dave is QRU. I have a Facebook check-in, VE3NNI as well. I got you in there. And I think that's about it. Anybody else, now that I've flipped the page, looking for your check-in tonight? And Papa Victor is also QRU. Thanks for checking in. Rick, we'll mark you QRU right now. Anybody else looking to check in tonight? Need your name, I need your call sign, and I need your location. Please call VA3 BVH with the net.
VA3 Fox Echo X-Ray, Mark East Windsor.
Mark, thanks for checking in, VE3FEX. Mark, looking for the answer to the trivia tonight. Who are the two parties responsible for inventing the handheld radio, or the walkie-talkie? Mark, over to you, sir, VA3BVH. Go ahead.
All right, good evening, Brian, and everybody else in the as far as I believe, I thought the original walkie-talkies were military in origin, so I'm thinking more of a couple of engineers at a place like Motorola or Harris or Bendix, someplace like that, Collins. That's my best guess, and I'm going to stick with it. So I really have no clue, but I can remember seeing pictures when I was a kid. There were some of the military-type walkie-talkies, which were, probably about 4 inches by 4 inches by about 2 feet long. With tape measures for antennas or something like that. So that's my guess, and I have no clue other than that. So back to net control, and we'll talk later on. Thanks for doing the hour there, Brian.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks for checking in. All you guys make this possible. And thanks again to everybody on the Facebook stream right now as well. And yeah, alrighty, perfect. Thanks for checking in, Mark, and hopefully we'll grab you next week. Now, despite there not being a December meeting, I'm still planning on running a net. So if next week, if everyone's around, we're still going to run. Yes, I will be at the Smart Christmas lunch. I've never been at one, but I will be at one this year. So looking forward to that. And, of course, to the net next week. Alrighty, thanks again, Mark. If there's anybody else listening wanting to check in, I need your name, your call sign, and your location to VA3 BVH. Go ahead. Please call VA3 BVH. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Echo 1 call.
Terry, heard you in there. VE3 TMG. Thanks for checking in, Terry. Any idea on who those two fellers might be that invented the walkie-talkie? There have been claims on both of them, so it's hard to tell if one or the other actually did it. Terry, welcome to the net. VA3 BVH, go ahead.
Okay, Brian, I'm on the HD. I can't seem to find my hotspot, and the link's a bit noisy on our end here with this evening. I have zero clue on the questions, but doing a fine job as usual on the Facebook Live. Looks pretty cool as well. I'll just say hello to everybody, and back to you, Brian. This is VE3 TMG.
Roger that. Thank you, sir. And hopefully you're still working SMHF in the car, keeping that alive. I know the bands haven't been the greatest, but winter's coming, and the long waves will be hopefully clearing up for the winter time there on 160 and 80. Thanks for checking in there, Terry, and you have yourself a good evening. Anybody else for the net? I need your name, your call sign, and your location to VA3 BVH. Go ahead. Alrighty, anybody else listening? Looking for your check-in tonight before we shut her down. About 6:30 here in the Sun Parlour in not quite downtown Leamington, but south Screamington tonight. VA3 BVH looking for your check-in for our weekly trivia net here on Tuesday night. Need your name, your call sign, and your location. Please call VA3 BVH. Go ahead. I guess we'll do a last call. Last call to anybody listening, looking for your name, your call sign, and your location to VA3BVH in the Sun Parlour. Go ahead. All right, well, I guess we'll call her an evening. Thanks to everybody who checked in tonight and joined me on the Facebook group. Your answers tonight, according to my research and good old Wikipedia, I've got two names here. I've got Alfred J. Gross and Donald L. Hings, both Canadian, mind you. Both were Canadian citizens. So thanks for playing once again, and thanks for joining me. This is VA3BVH here in Leamington, saying 7 threes, and we will catch you next week, and I'll return the repeaters to normal use. Thanks for playing, and 7-3. Have a good one, everybody.